Have you ever felt alone, even when surrounded by people? It's a strange sensation, isn't it? You're in the middle of a bustling city, people rushing past you, conversations buzzing around, yet there's a sense of isolation that creeps in. It's as if you're invisible, a ghost in the crowd. This feeling can be overwhelming, making you question your place in the world. This feeling, a dull ache of disconnect, is something most of us know. It's not just about being physically alone. It's about feeling emotionally and mentally detached from those around us. You might be sitting in a park surrounded by laughter and chatter, yet feel like you're in a different world altogether. This sense of disconnection can be deeply unsettling, making us yearn for genuine connections. We chase connections, fearing the emptiness of being alone. We attend social gatherings, join clubs, and engage in conversations, all in the hope of finding that elusive sense of belonging. But often, these efforts leave us feeling even more isolated. The fear of solitude drives us to seek validation and companionship, sometimes at the cost of our own well-being. But what if we've misunderstood solitude all along? What if, instead of being something to fear, solitude is something to embrace? Imagine sitting by a tranquil lake, the gentle ripple of water soothing your mind, or meditating in a serene outdoor setting, feeling a deep sense of peace. These moments of solitude can be incredibly rejuvenating, offering a chance to reconnect with ourselves. What if it's not the enemy we think it is? Walking alone in a forest, surrounded by the sounds of nature, or watching a sunset on a quiet beach can be profoundly healing. These experiences allow us to reflect, to understand our thoughts and emotions better. Solitude can be a powerful tool for self-discovery, helping us to grow and evolve. In her book, The Art of Being Alone, Renuka Gavrani invites us to rethink our relationship with solitude. She explores the idea that being alone doesn't have to mean being lonely. Instead, it can be a time for introspection, for diving deep into our passions and interests. Reading a book under a tree or sitting on a park bench with a good novel can be moments of pure joy and contentment. She gently challenges the idea that being alone equals loneliness. Through her words, she paints a picture of solitude as a beautiful, enriching experience. Imagine sitting on a hilltop, the world spread out before you, or walking through a botanical garden, taking in the beauty of nature. These moments of solitude can bring a sense of peace and fulfillment that is hard to find in the chaos of everyday life. Instead, she presents solitude as a pathway to self-discovery and inner peace. Engaging in activities like yoga or painting alone in nature can be incredibly therapeutic. These moments allow us to connect with our inner selves, to understand our desires and aspirations better. Solitude gives us the space to breathe, to think, and to grow. It's not about being physically alone, but about finding a space of quiet within ourselves, no matter where we are. Whether sitting quietly by a river or meditating in a peaceful outdoor space, these moments of solitude can help us find clarity and inner peace. Embracing solitude can transform our lives, allowing us to live more authentically and joyfully. Gavrani draws a clear distinction between loneliness and solitude. Loneliness, she explains, is a painful feeling of isolation and emptiness. It's a cage of sadness that keeps us trapped in our own negative thoughts. Solitude, on the other hand, is a conscious choice. It's a state of being fully present with ourselves, without distractions or demands. Imagine a quiet room bathed in warm light, a haven where you can finally hear your own thoughts. That's solitude. It's a key that unlocks the door to self-awareness, creativity, and deep inner peace. The world today bombards us with noise and distractions. It's easy to lose touch with ourselves in the constant buzz. Gavrani reminds us that solitude is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's in the quiet moments that we connect with our true selves, our values, and our dreams. Solitude allows us to process our emotions, heal old wounds, and find clarity in the midst of chaos. It's a chance to recharge and reconnect with our inner strength. By embracing solitude, we can navigate life's challenges with more resilience and grace. The Art of Being Alone is more than just a philosophical exploration of solitude, it's a practical guide. In today's fast-paced world, finding moments of solitude can be challenging, but it's essential for our mental and emotional well-being. Gavrani's book offers a roadmap to help us navigate this journey. Gavrani offers simple yet powerful practices to invite more solitude into our daily lives. These practices are not about isolating ourselves, but about reconnecting with our inner selves. By taking time to be alone, we can gain clarity, reduce stress, and enhance our creativity. She emphasizes the importance of daily silence, suggesting that even a few minutes of quiet can make a significant difference. This silence allows us to listen to our thoughts and feelings without the constant noise of the outside world. Even if it's just for a few minutes, this practice can help us reset and recharge. It's about creating a space where we can breathe and reflect, away from the demands and distractions of daily life. Disconnecting from the digital world, even for short periods, can be incredibly freeing. Our constant connectivity can often lead to burnout and anxiety. By stepping away from our screens, we give ourselves the opportunity to be present in the moment. Writing, whether it's journaling or creative writing, helps us process our thoughts and emotions. It allows us to articulate our experiences and gain insights into our inner world. Finally, she encourages us to find joy in our own company, to embrace the freedom that comes with being alone. This doesn't mean we should avoid social interactions, but rather that we should also cherish the time we spend with ourselves, to explore our interests and passions without the need for external validation. Engaging in activities we love, whether it's painting, playing music, or simply taking a walk in nature, can be deeply fulfilling, without needing someone else's approval or presence. By cultivating a richer inner life, we can find a sense of peace and contentment that comes from within, making us more resilient and grounded in our everyday lives. The transformative power of solitude unfolds gradually. As we create space for stillness in our lives, we become more aware of our thoughts, feelings, and patterns. We start to understand ourselves better, recognizing our strengths and weaknesses with more compassion. This self-awareness leads to a sense of inner peace and stability. We become less reactive to external circumstances and less dependent on others for validation. Our happiness becomes more about our own connection to ourselves and less about seeking it from external sources.
What we do here is go back.
Section 6. An honest conversation. Gavrani's relatable voice. The art of being alone is not without its flaws. Some readers might find the writing style a bit repetitive at times, and there are a few minor grammatical errors. However, these small imperfections are easily overshadowed by the book's genuine warmth and honesty. Gavrani writes from the heart, sharing her own struggles and triumphs with refreshing vulnerability. This makes her message relatable, and her advice feel like a conversation with a wise, supportive friend. Section 7. Solitude, your gateway to authenticity. In a world that often celebrates extroversion and constant connection, it can be easy to forget the value of solitude. We are constantly bombarded with messages that equate being alone with being lonely, and that socializing is the ultimate path to happiness. But solitude offers a different kind of fulfillment, one that is deeply personal and enriching. The art of being alone is a powerful reminder that solitude is not something to fear but something to embrace. It is in these quiet moments that we can truly hear our inner voice, free from the noise and distractions of the outside world. Solitude allows us to reflect, to dream, and to understand ourselves better. It's a space where we can shed the masks we wear for the world and connect with our true, authentic selves. In solitude, we find the freedom to be who we are without judgment or expectation. This is where we can explore our thoughts, our desires, and our fears in a safe and nurturing environment. When we learn to be comfortable in our own company, we become more present and authentic in our relationships with others. We no longer feel the need to conform to societal expectations or to seek validation from others. Instead, we bring our whole selves to the table, not just the parts we think others want to see. We bring our whole selves to the table, not just the parts we think others want to see. This authenticity fosters deeper connections and more meaningful interactions. By embracing solitude, we cultivate a sense of inner peace and self-awareness that enriches every aspect of our lives. So take a moment to step away from the hustle and bustle and discover the transformative power of solitude. It is your gateway to authenticity. Section 8. The gift of your own company. The greatest gift you can give yourself is the gift of your own company. It's in the quiet moments of solitude that you discover your passions, your dreams, and your unique voice. You learn to trust your intuition and to find joy in the simple things. Embrace the quiet moments. Listen to the whispers of your heart. You might be surprised by what you discover. Section 9. Coming home to yourself. The art of being alone is an invitation to come home to yourself. It's a reminder that you are enough, just as you are. You don't need to be constantly surrounded by people or distractions to feel whole. In fact, it's often in the quiet moments of solitude that you discover the most profound sense of belonging, a sense of coming home to the truth of who you really are. Turn your loneliness into a home. Learn to love the company you keep, most importantly, your own.